comes. Look at this guy. Oh, look at that. What a monster. Oh, that is cool. Would you eat that? Wow. Hey everyone, you're watching Andy's Fishing and Wild Cook. Today we're out on a coastal flat and we're going to try and forage some seafood and make a nice chowder, seafood chowder. I'm hoping for mud crab. There are some out here. Snails, shells, whatever we can get. It should be pretty interesting. I always pick different areas, and if you have a look around, we've got a big coastal mud flat over here, and then oyster rocks here, and mangroves in here. So there's a good variety of terrain, habitat, and we'll see what we can get. I'm hungry. Oh, what's that? I can hear something. Something is in here. Check this guy out here. It's a mud crab. Let's see. It looks a bit small. Oh, the crab went right in here. I can still hear him, but yeah, I can't get him out. That mud crab was just too good for me. He was undersized. I just wanted to show him to you, but he's crawled right under that oyster rock and I can't get him out. So we'll try and find something else. I do pretty much all of my coastal foraging at low tide. Not all of it, but most of it. And as you see, all these rocks here are covered in oysters. They're quite small. Actually quite a lot of those are empty. There's heaps of full ones there, but they're quite small. We'll see if we can find some bigger ones down the track. So here we've got a bit of a drain coming out, and wherever there's a puddle of water, there's a good chance for some shellfish. Actually, I think I see something just up there. Let's go have a look. I've come across a couple of long bums. Thank you to my fans that told me what they were. I didn't know the actual name of them, but they're called a long bum. So we'll take a few of those. They're pretty meaty inside, so they'll be good. These sort of puddles here, I expect to find some little crabs. Last time I found some crenate swimming crabs. Don't see any here. Let's see if there's some under there. Oh, yep, there's a cod and a crenate swimming crab. Let's see if we can get him out. Yeah, there he is. Very hard to get in this leaf litter. I think I've got him there. Spikes. There we go, we've got him. And it's a male. We'll take him in case we don't get any bigger crabs. I'll see if I can show you that cod. He's in here somewhere. There he is. Beautiful little cod. There he is. Can you see him? I'll see if I can get him into my hands. He'll probably freak out and jump, but oh, there he is. Oh, ow! Spiked me. There he is. Oh, fat little cod. This is a orange spot estuary cod. There he goes. Hey. Anyway, we'll let him go. Hopefully you guys saw him. Put this back. Always leave stuff how you found it. We are now getting into some mangrove territory, which should mean some mud crabs. We'll have a look around. Usually they're in a hole at the base of these roots. Oh, this could be one. Oh, look at this. Nah, he's empty. As I walk through here, look at the ground. It's littered with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, there's got to be 100 long bums in this area here. We've got a couple. We don't need any more, but you definitely wouldn't go hungry. Yeah, lots of long bums. Maybe I'll put him in back like that. Let's try and find something tasty. Oh, check this guy out. Check this guy out. Oh, I don't know if there's two. There was two there. Let's see. Ah! Oh, he's quite feisty. Got him. Shit. Oh, I've never caught one of these before. There he is. I've got him. Oh, I have seen one before. This is what's called a mud lobster. Check this guy out. That is a find and a half. Woo! Oh, look at this guy. Let me wash him properly for you. I'm so excited about that. I've actually been looking for these guys. Actually, hang on. There's a crenate swimming crab. I think it's a crenate swimming crab. Got him. Okay. Ah! You almost got me. Oh, once you start finding stuff, you just keep finding more stuff. Yep, that's a male crenate swimming crab. And we'll get this guy wash. Yeah, check that guy out there. That is a mud lobster. I've never eaten one before. It's going to be very interesting. And a crenate swimming crab. Look at that. Alright, we're getting some food now. This is good. This is very good. I was actually very lucky to get that mud lobster. It's they're actually a nocturnal animal. They dig burrows in the mangroves, and what they do is they aerate the mangroves and bring up sediment from down deep. So they're actually a really important part of the ecosystem. But I've never eaten one, so I'm going to try this guy. As I said, lucky to get one. I think they're nocturnal. And yeah, would you eat that? Ooh. Oh, this is going to go well in the seafood chowder. Hello, dude. I reckon they're almost blind. Anyway, let's keep going. This is cool. I love finding stuff that I've never found before. Actually, that could be another one in here. Let's see. No, missed him. Anyway, so after doing a bit of research before this trip, this here is a mud lobster hole. Now they go down and around and all over the place, so me just chucking the spear in there was pretty useless. But I did see a bit of movement, but I think it's from me moving my foot here. So they've probably got a burrow going here, a burrow going there, a burrow going here, and they go down as far as 2 meters. But that's cool to actually catch a mud lobster. It's funny how before you never knew something existed, and once you know they exist, you find pieces of them everywhere. This here is a big mud lobster claw. That claw would have been about that long, like when it comes out to here. Much bigger than the one I've got. And like I said, as soon as you start finding it, like if you find a new species, you start finding bits of them everywhere, signs of them, their homes. And mud lobsters aren't anything I've ever chased before. I've never caught one before, I've never eaten one before. It's just amazing that, yeah, when you see something and start looking for it, you find it. And the other thing too is, the reason I go to different spots, if you have a look behind me, I've never been to this spot before. It's different spots have different critters. So take my advice and go for exploring. It's really fun. Obviously, only do what you're capable of, what's safe. And yeah, up North Queensland, watch out for crocodiles. I'm going to see what else I can find. Ooh, there's like kilometres and kilometres of mangrove still to go. I'll keep going till it's probably close to dark. I'm excited. This isn't what we're looking for, but sometimes you just find cool stuff in the mangroves. This is what's called a baler shell. I believe it's called baler shell because when the olden days, when people had they get much bigger, they grab them like this and they can bail out their boat. So that one's actually intact, which is really cool. I'm not allowed to keep shells here, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. But that's cool find. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, hello, there's a different sort of shell. No, he's empty, so there's nothing in that guy. Anything else in here? No, nothing else. Alright, we'll keep looking. Oh, little red crab. There's a little red crab. I don't know if I can eat that, but yeah. There he is. Ooh, he's fast. Just to show you one more time, all of these little bumps here are the long bum mussel. Look at them, there's hundreds of them all the way through everywhere here. And they seem to be just on this narrow band between where the mangroves really start and where the mangroves stop. So they're just in this front little bit if you ever want to go and find some. There's always something interesting to find cruising around, whether it's the mangroves, the beach, rocks, snorkeling. And hopefully next episode I'll be out on a boat for probably 4 or 5 days, maybe 6 days, not sure yet. That should be a really interesting episode, maybe 2 episodes, who knows. But yeah, stay tuned for that one. Let's see what else we can find. Woo. This is interesting again. This is a mangrove root with borers in it, and now these borers are actually, they're called mangrove worms, but they're a type of snail. This one looks like they're all inside there, but if you have a look at the episode I've got here, I actually find some that are live and I eat them. See what they taste like. Check out that episode. Check this out. I found another mud lobster here. He's just pushing some mud out. And there he goes, he's gone back down again. Oh, I wonder if I can get him. We'll give it a go. Oop, that bit of mud just fell down. That's his hole right there. See if I can zoom down in the hole for you. That's his hole right there in the middle of the screen. Don't think you can see him at the moment, but yeah, that's where he lives, right in there. So this is a waiting game. He's just in the burrow there pushing mud around. I can't see him at the moment, but every now and then you see his claws come up. And what I'm going to do is, hopefully, when he comes up next, is grab his claws. Well, give it a go anyway. Okay, it looks like he's not coming out. I'm going to have to keep moving. The sun's starting to get down a little bit and the sandflies are attacking me, so I've got to keep moving. We'll let this guy be. It's a shame, that was cool. I've just decided to get a proper meal. I'm going to grab a few more of these long bums. There's so many around, so I'll grab a couple more. There we go. That should do us. I think we got 6 now, or 7. And we'll keep looking for other stuff as well. Oh, check this out. This is weird. That is a weird looking bone. Have a look at that. I've never seen anything like that. It almost looks like an antler, but I'm going to say it has to be a marine creature, either a turtle or a dugong, but I don't know which part of it. If anyone knows, please let me know. I'd be really curious to see what animal that's off. Let's have a look around, see if there's anything else that might be part of that. Oh, I see something over there and something here. Here we go. I think it could indeed be a turtle. Have a look at this. This is a rib bone off a turtle. That's the rib there that goes through the middle, and this is like a bit of a chest plate. And if you have a look over here, there's another one. Look at this. That's another one there. So I think what happened is a turtle, I don't know, got eaten by a shark or died of something, and yeah, it's just gone to pieces here. Nothing else? No? Okay. Oh, hang on. Here you go. Look at that. There's another piece. That is, I'm going to say, part of the chest plate again. Not 100% sure, but yeah, there's most of a turtle somewhere around here. That's interesting. And yep, here's another piece. Look at that. Look at that. You can tell that's turtle because it has that same rib bone going through here. Yeah, and there's the bottom of the turtle. That would have been his stomach. I've been looking long and hard for these guys. They're usually everywhere. They're a sea snail, and there's another one right down the back here. In this location here, they seem to be quite rare. Normally they're in plague proportions, but I don't seem to be able to find too many. Like I said, it's always different in different environments, so we'll take them as well. We might get a few more. Well guys, that was a really cool afternoon. I love that mud lobster and I can't wait to see what it tastes like. So I'm going to head home to the bush kitchen and cook all this stuff up in a seafood chowder. It's going to be an excellent seafood chowder. I've got all the right ingredients this time, so I'll see you back there. Woo! There we are guys, we're in my actual house kitchen. I've never filmed in here before. I'm kind of a little bit private, so count yourselves lucky to be in here. Normally it's in the bush or on the beach or somewhere like that. Now what I've done is I've prepared ahead of time a little bit. Here we have our ingredients, the foraged crabs, shells, and then we've got our little alien creature. Check this guy out. It is very bizarre. This is the mud lobster we got, and yeah, this is a first for me. I've never seen this. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to prepare the mud lobster. So the first thing to do, I'm going to make a stock, some water, half a glass of wine, put that on the boil. I'm going to add carrot, celery, onion and garlic, just roughly chopped. This is only going to be the stock, so dump all those in there. We'll let that go for about half an hour while we do the preparation for everything else. Now I told you I prepared ahead of time. These are the long bums. They're the big long cone shells. I'll put a little bit of video up here on how I
smashed them open last time. This time I used a hammer and a rock. But what I'll do now is I'll take off the poop chute. The last time I ate these, they had a bitter taste, and it's because I didn't remove the poop chute. Now, this is his foot. It's kind of black, and then you can see like a bit of a hood here. If I squeeze that, there you go, there's actually poop still in there. So what I'll do is I'll pinch the hood and tear it off. And what that does is it removes his bottom, his poop. There we go. And we're left with a nice clean long bum. Funny name, I know. And also, I'd never heard of the mud lobsters before. I've actually seen one in real life before today, but I didn't know what they were and I didn't know how to find them. And a fan, actually might have been two fans, I'll have a look, see if I can put a name here somewhere. He reminded me about these guys and inspired me to go research them. So I actually did some research before I went out today, and that's how I could find them and how I caught this guy. But how alien does that look? That is just a bizarre critter. Have a look at this. The next thing I'm going to do is take the mud lobster and prepare him. Now, I did do a little bit of research on these guys, and I think I can lift the shell up like so. That's it. Here we go. And then I've got to clean out his insides here. That's his guts and all the stuff you don't want to eat. There we go. I'll give him a little wash as well. And then, like almost any crustacean, if you remove the center flap on their tail, I have to do this carefully, I don't want to break it. There we go. And then what I want to do is pull out his poo chute. Now, this could be a little tricky. I've never done this before on this critter. Here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. Look at this. Look at the size of that poo chute. That is incredible. That's got to be about a third of this guy's body, like back of his body. That is just wild. That is just mud and poop. Let's not eat that, shall we? So the next thing I'll prepare is the crabs. They're quite small. These are a crenate swimming crab. They're not a mud crab. And I'll prepare them exactly as I do normally. I peel the carapace open. There we go. Remove the gills. And just give them a little tiny rinse out. There we go. And we can pretty much eat all of that. So yeah, very, very easy to prep a little crab. And I'm constantly washing the board as I go. So we'll get our ingredients for the seafood chowder ready. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to chop some celery. We'll get a piece of corn. And I like to process corn like this. I just cut the kernels off with the knife, just like that. Then I'm going to chop a potato. I'm going to do that fairly fine. We want it to cook reasonably quick and not to be too big at chunks. So just in little 5mm or 1/4 inch cubes. That's all we want. Did I mention this is going to be the tastiest chowder in the world with a weird alien sea creature to boot? I'll also chop half an onion. Do that one nice and fine. The stock's been going quite a while. Let's have a look in there. Oh yes, that looks very nice. The vegetables are starting to lose their colour, which means I'm going to put in some salt and pepper and also some tomato paste. We'll just take maybe 2 big heaped teaspoons of that, give it a shoof around, and then that's been going about 15-20 minutes. We'll let that go another at least 20 minutes. So we'll just change pots, and I'm just using a big saucepan this time. I like to cook with a big surface area, which means if I want to evaporate something, I've got this big surface area, and the liquid can come out if I want to thicken it up a bit. And chowders, you do want to thicken them up a little bit. So we'll get some butter. Now we'll get, I reckon that's a fairly big tablespoon. So once the butter started to melt and sizzle, which means it's nice and warm, we'll throw in our potato, onion and celery. Hear that sizzle. I'm not throwing the corn in yet because I want the corn to stay nice and crispy and fresh. So we'll cook those ingredients for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to let them go for a little while, give them a shuff around, then let them sit for a little while. But about 10 minutes on a reasonable heat is enough to get them to the right point I want them. Cooking's all about little secrets and techniques, and have a look at that. I've got some stock out of the pot and cooled it down. Now what I'm doing is adding it to my corn flour. Just a little bit of stock at a time. And the reason I'm using cool stock is that I don't want the corn flour to thicken before it gets into the pot. So it should look just like that, just really runny, all smoothly combined, no lumps, and that will make a really nice smooth seafood chowder. Okay, the potatoes, onions and celery are actually starting to go a little bit brown, which is perfect. You just get that extra bit of flavour when things go a little bit brown. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain our stock straight in here. Ooh, look at that. Here we go. So straight away we put the corn in the chowder, and you'll notice I've chopped some spring onions, but they're not going in just yet. Then we'll dump in our crabs, snails and mud lobster. Dump them in there, nice and gentle. We don't want to smash those to pieces, we just want them to cook gently. And we'll let that go for about 5 or 6 minutes, I think. All the critters I'm using are quite small, so they'll cook in about 4 or 5 minutes flat. Before that gets really cranking, we'll throw the long bums in, and just dump them straight in like that, and also the corn flour mixture. We want to cook that around a little bit. Still got another ingredient to go, but I'm just going to give this a little taste. You should always taste as you cook to see if you got the seasoning right. Ooh, that is tasting pretty good already. There's one ingredient missing though, and I'll do that shortly. Actually, there's 2 ingredients missing. We'll do that shortly. Oh, but have a look at this, guys. The mud lobster and the crabs are turning pink. That looks delicious. Okay, that has thickened up really nicely. It's not gluggy or anything, it's just a little bit thick. So then we're going to put in some cream. I'm going to use half this cream. It might be a little excessive, but I like cream. Now once you put the cream in, you don't want to cook it too much because you'll split the cream. So it's just get it back up to temperature, and then it should be yummy. There we go. How delicious does that look? Look at that. We've got crabs, we've got snails, we've got a lobster in there. Beautiful. And then literally the last thing is some spring onions or shallots, whatever you want. There we go. Beautiful. And there we have it. That is finished. Let's serve that up. Make sure we get a bit of everything. There's a couple of long bums in there. Get a crab. A bit more sauce. And then the mud lobster and a snail. Whoa, look at that. There we are. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to save my shirt from getting all messy, because this is going to get messy. Have a look
at my seafood chowder. Mud lobster chowder. I've also got a wine and a nice bun to go with it. Cheers everybody. I'll let you know how that tastes in a second. Alright, where do we start? Well, let's start with the overall chowder, the sauce. It's yeah, a little bit thickened, not gluggy or anything. Little peppery, salt is perfect. The corn is super crunchy and fresh. I don't like to cook corn too long. Let's try yeah, a bit of celery. Celery's still fresh enough to have a crunch. Now, where's the potato? There's a potato. Cooked just right. It's not falling to pieces, but it's yeah, nice and tender. Let's try. Let's see if we can find one of these long bums. So we're in here. There we go. There's one. Now I have eaten these before. This here is a long bum. Long bum. Okay. It definitely has a bit of a fishy flavour. Shellfish fishy flavour. But not at all bitter. The last time I ate those, it was quite bitter. But taking off that little poop shoot off the side of the shell, I think really did the trick. That is really good. The tomato paste, you can't taste it. It makes it a nice sort of pinky colour. But the whole thing is just a really well-rounded, smooth chowder. Okay. Let's see. There was a periwinkle in here, one of those little snails. I've got to try one of those too. Here we go. Now, usually I use a toothpick. I've got a bit of wire this time. Just get in there and hopefully get him out. There he is. Okay, perfect. That's him. Little snail. These actually taste pretty good just on their own. I've just taken his little door off. We don't need to eat the door. Actually, this time, that's very interesting. This time, the long bum tastes better than those periwinkles. So, taking that poop shoot off, 100%, that's what you got to do. Oh, more chowder. Okay. Let's try this crab. I'll just break off a nipper. There we go. Crab nipper. Get the juice off that. Now, the way I like to eat crab nippers is just crack them with your teeth. Be careful, obviously. There we go. Oh, nice, full of meat. Okay. Usually these guys are really sweet. Yep. Can taste that chowder in there a little bit, but still. Yep. The chowder doesn't overpower the crab flavour, which is perfect. Oh, that is some seriously nice crab. Have a little wine. Cleanse my palate. Now, who's ready for me to eat the mud lobster? The light's not quite getting him. He's actually quite red and cooked really well. We may as well start at his tail. That's the easiest part. This is going to get messy. Okay, let's break him open. Not the easiest thing to get into, I'll tell you. Okay, get rid of that. Now where is he? Okay, there's his meat there. There we go. There's still actually a little bit of mud in there. Even though I got rid of his poop shoot, you can still see the mud in there. Alright, let's try him. Not a heck of a lot of flavour, quite sweet. Actually quite fatty. That's an interesting thing. Whereas crabs aren't normally fatty, this guy tastes, yeah, quite oily. That's actually really nice. I don't mind that at all. Oh, look at that. Here we go. There's some more meat. Now he tastes a little saltier than everything else, so I'm guessing they have a bit of salt in their body. But really sweet, almost like a honey flavour. Wow, that is like a honey flavour. Wow, that is really cool. Alright, I'm going to try one of his claws. That's the Mud Lobster claw. Let's see what we can get out of here. Oh, here's chockers. But I tell you what, that honey flavour that's coming through, it's in my mouth. It's just beautiful. Oh, that is sweeter than any sand crab. Oh, if you ever get a chance to try one of these things, give it a shot. Oh, they are actually really quite nice. When I did my research, it said the mud lobsters actually weren't that good. But in a seafood chowder, it's a bit fiddly, but that is top notch. Top notch. So good. Where's the rest of his claw? So guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to keep eating this. I really appreciate all your comments. I still reply to every comment on my videos. And if it wasn't for your comments, I wouldn't know the name of the long bums, and I wouldn't have gone for mud lobster. So thank you everyone that suggested long bums as a name, and mud lobster as something to go and get. That is absolutely delicious. Guys, I'll catch you next time. See ya. Thanks for watching everyone. Please subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified of my new videos. I do them every week. I'd also like to say a big thank you to my Patreon supporters and people who've donated through PayPal. If you want to see more right now, click the links above. Catch you next time.